What is up, YouTube? This is my Team Dreadnought, bringing you the updated Genesis deck profile. You can play Himiko still, but I kind of like the Astral Plane better. I mean, I might do something with Himiko because it's kind of fun with the new grade 2. But we'll get right into it. Starters, you play Pan of New Style. Play whatever you want. They're both draw starters. This or Artemis is fine. Why is this draw trigger? Okay, so this is where I'm kind of different from a lot of people. I like the 5 draws. You can play 4 and then play 8 crit. I only play 7. We can play 8 crit. I just personally like the extra draw because Valkyrian's checks don't go to the hand, they go to the soul. So you don't really have ways like to gain a lot of advantage in this deck. So the 5th draw helps. It can deck you out though, so I can see why you wouldn't want it. Then 7 crits and 4 heal. I don't think you should play any more than 5 draws at the very most, because like there's no reason to play anything else. Grade 1s. 4, what's your name? Deputized Bear. I just call him the Bear. When he's placed, you can look at top 7 for a Valkyrian. When he plays on rearguard, add it to hand, and put a card in your hand into Soul. If you have 2 or more force markers on Vanguard, you don't have to put the card in Soul, so it's just a free +1. But you should be having to your first grade 3 red. 4 of honestly the best grade 1 in the deck. When he's placed on Vanguard, you can Soul Charge 1. I try not to ride him because the Soul Charge is whatever. And he's way better as a rearguard. And then he's continual, it's like acts, counterblast 1, send him to Soul. Get an imaginary gift Force if your Vanguard's an Astral Plane, and draw a card. You just counterblast 1, send him to Soul, draw a card, but it's probably not worth it. Then 3 is Straight of the Full Heavens. I'm iffy about this card. I don't really like it that much, but I feel like there's just nothing else to play. It also helps you find your pieces to get into Valkyrian faster, which you kind of need to do right around the first turn you're at grade 3. If you don't, you're probably going to lose things like Murakumo. You still have a high chance of doing that anyway, but this helps you get there faster. When placed, you draw a card and choose a card from your hand and put it on the bottom of your deck. And then if you place it on Vanguard, you Soul Charge 2. If the antibiotic boosted, you can Soul Blast 2 to put it back in hand. It's actually really solid because you can keep your rear guards against Murakumo, which normally you can't do. 4 Prometheus. When he's placed on Vanguard or rearguard, you check top 2. One of them goes to Soul, and the other goes to the top of your deck. You use the stack of crit. With the grade 2 I'm playing, if you have another one of these, you can use it to draw the card real quick instead of checking it, so you can hope for a trigger. And when it attacks Vanguard, when it attacks a unit, if your opponent's Vanguard is 3, you get 5k, and so does your Vanguard, I believe. But honestly, I usually only give the 5k to him because your Vanguard's probably attacking first anyway. It's a very weird kind of ability. 4 Battle Maiden. I'm not even trying to say Mutsuki. She's in place. You can count from Soul Loss 1 to draw a card and get imaginary gift Force only on Vanguard. I sometimes don't like this card because if you don't ride it, it's vanilla essentially. But like its ability on Vanguard helps you create the deck's win con so much faster. I think you have to play it at 4 just to have the chance to draw into it. 3 Bow Boys. At the end of battle, he attacks with Vanguard. You can put him in Soul to draw a card and Soul Charge 1. He's your deck's main kind of Soul Accelerator early game. You draw a card off of him, which means you can swing at him and get the card back. And with the grade 2 Prometheus, you can stack a card that you might want to draw. And so you have Drive Check or Show, it's your fun.
He has a name.
His name is Bowboy. For grade 3s, 4 the Dragon. He's I think the most expensive card in the deck. I think sitting at like 15. But the whole deck's pretty cheap because most set up Trollic anyway. He's continual. If your Vanguard has 5 force markers, you create an Astral Plane, which I'll go ahead and show off right now. This is where Valkyrian's going to sit. We'll get to him later. Then he's Counterblast 1. Once per turn, you can get a force marker on Vanguard. And then he's Soul Blast 1. If you have unit in your Astral Plane, you draw a card. He's just slightly better than Uranus, enough to keep on Vanguard. And then Uranus works on Vanguard, so you play 3 of him. A lot of builds play 4 of him. I just don't want to cut anything for the 4th one. I think 3 is a fine number because you're already playing so many no shield value cards. He's continual, same ability, 5 or more make the Astral Plane. And then Soul Blast 2, when he's placed on Vanguard or Rearguard, you can get the Astral Plane to Vanguard. Imagining it to Vanguard. You have to play him because it works on Rearguard, and you need the ability to make a marker without a counterblast sometimes. Your opponent might keep you with like 1 open, so you can use it on the Dragon, but nothing else. So he's just helpful to get the last force marker right here you're missing. And then 4 of the main reason you play Genesis now, in my opinion, he's actually kind of fun in Premium too. I just think you can die to too many things there. Is a Giant DD of Distant World Valkyrian. He's continual. He cannot be ridden, and the only place you can play him is here on the Astral Plane. When you play him, you look at the top 5 cards of your deck and mill something, and he gains that plus he gains drive checks, so it's great. So it has 5 checks if you mill a Valkyrian, 3 if you mill a grade 3, 2 if you mill 2, 1 if you mill 1. Honestly, sometimes if you're low on deck, you might even mill 0 just to swing them 70. You get drive checks on the astral plane, but they go to the soul instead. So while it's a decent kind of combo, you mostly want the extra draws I mentioned earlier for the extra resources. It's a very fun deck, and I definitely think it's worth picking up now before it gets support in the Astral Force set, and it might skyrocket because if it's decent enough, obviously shit goes up in price. But honestly, that's it for today. I mean, we'll have some fights with. I'm pretty sure this video's going up first.
Probably.
So we'll have some fights with this on the channel, and you'd see me get smashed by Tachis because winning the die roll sucks. Remember to like, comment, subscribe for more videos, deck profiles, and hopefully actually a schedule.
Yeah, don't get too far ahead of yourself.
Hopefully.